What's up, everybody? So today I'm gonna do not a how-to video, but sort of an informative video. We're gonna see the long-term effects on a part, maybe a couple parts, something like that. So here's the deal. One of my friends who's got a sweet Gladiator, this guy bought a track bar for his Gladiator, and he bought it because he thought, well, I read all the reports and everything about centering my Gladiator after I put the lift kit on. He's gonna need it. Well, it turns out the kit that he actually bought was a 4-inch kit, and guess what? It came with an adjustable track bar. So guess what I did? I bought that track bar from him. It's brand new. All I need to do is put it in. Now, the video is not on installing the track bar. That's not what it is. I've said in the previous video before, and everybody knows, I got a lot of miles on my vehicle. I got a lot of time wheeling. I got a lot of time traveling and camping and all that good stuff. And the deal is, I got 120,000 miles on my Jeep. But more than that, I have almost 115,000, at least 112 or so thousand miles on my Mopar 2-inch lift kit. And with that, I'm still running the original track bar. Never put adjustable track bar or anything on here. So I have that amount of miles on the original track bar. And I think I've gotten to the point now where my bushings are going bad, just wearing down. I mean, it's got over 110,000 miles on it. What do you expect? Surprised it's not worse than that. So what we're gonna do is, being that I scored, let me spin it around, this sweet track bar from my friend, I'm gonna go ahead and put this thing on. But what we really wanna see is the effects of long-term wear on the factory equipment. So I'm gonna pull that thing out, get it out, sit it down on a table or something, take a look at it, see what the bushings look like after 110,000 miles, see how worn down they are, and maybe that'll help somebody out, say, you know what, maybe I should replace mine sooner. Maybe I can stick with it. I don't know. You make the choice. But we're gonna put this thing on here and see what it looks like. So let's get into it. Now, before I do all of this, I just wanna say, would this be easier with a lift? Yeah. And would it be easier with 2 people? Yeah. But guess what? I ain't got either one. So we doing this here and by myself. It's all good though. That's what we do, right? And I got this JKS track bar. I mean, it's already beefier than the other one, but I need an adjustable one anyway. It's about that time. And another thing with this JKS adjustable track bar, are there some better and are there some worse? Of course they are. But that's all a matter of opinion and depends on who you ask. If you ask someone, theirs is the best and everybody else is the worst. That's just the way it goes. I mean, I got 110,000 miles on this Mopar 2-inch kit, so you decide. Either way, we putting this on here, so let's go. All right, y'all, so we got the track bar out. Didn't want to insult anybody's intelligence by making that long and drawn out. It's only 2 bolts. It's really not that serious. It's the track bar. 21 millimeter, and one end has a flag nut. So just take it off. I took the axle side off first. Took the frame side out. Comes right off. Enough talking. Let's go. So like I said, one of the big things we wanted to accomplish by this video is to take a look at the stock one after 110,000 miles and then put it up next to the JKS one and see a couple differences. So got the bushings here. Okay. Now, one of the things I can tell you I already noticed is that over here, if you take a look at the JKS, stiff, solid. Of course, it's a brand new bushing. But look at the stock one. Look at all that movement. And I can tell you, you can't hear it because I'm so far away. But as I move this is what it sounds like. I'm gonna make an attempt at some sound effects here. Now, I don't know what that sound effect is. I just made it up. Y'all can patent that. But that's the noise it's making. So that's a lot of play. And the JKS is stiff. Now, don't get me wrong, it's rubber, so it'll have a little bit of play, but I shouldn't be able to move it that easy. So that's 110,000 miles. The other end, Doesn't look that bad. I mean, there's no play in that. So the biggest thing is to look at my buddies and see how much space in between there, and see if that was actually separating. I don't know. But anyway, one of the biggest things that we wanted to accomplish here by comparing the two was to see what happens after 110,000 miles. We can see one result of this, of wheeling and flexing and traveling and all of that. And the other thing is to get the axle centered. So I'm gonna get this thing measured up and get this thing back tightened up, back torqued up. And just for reference, the track bar bolts are 125 foot-pounds. Good deal. Something else real quick. So I saw on a post somewhere where someone said that their aftermarket track bar, I can't remember which company it was, but their aftermarket track bar, they're factory bolts, because these things should use the factory bolts, and this one does. The sleeve in the track bar was bigger than the bolts. So what happened was the track bar was moving with the bolt in there. So one thing, and so what they ended up having to do is they ended up having to go to the frame side and drill out the hole bigger and buy bigger bolts to put in there to keep the track bar stiff. But with this, as you can see, sits right in there the way it's supposed to, slides in there, minimal movement, good deal. I said this wasn't gonna be a tutorial on this doggone track bar, and I just wanted to show the difference, but here we go. So check it out. If you notice that hole sits off, right? Well, that means my axle's off, right? Yeah, we know it's off. So what I did was I measured it against the wheel over here, and it's about a quarter off. Now, because we don't have a rack, guess what we're using? Ratchet straps. Doesn't matter, it works. So we're gonna use this ratchet strap. We're gonna get this axle pulled over and line it up and bolt it up. Use the old ratchet strap right there. Found a good spot on the frame up here. Put it on the other side of the axle. And I pulled it over, and as you can see, the hole just about lines up right. So, hey, we good. We're gonna bolt this thing back up. It's already sitting at ride height, and I can torque everything back up from where it sits. And one thing I wanna remind y'all is that I always say we learn from each other, right? So the method that I use to line this up, to do everything, you don't have to do it that way. The easiest way is a shop with a lift and a couple people. This is only one way. If you got a way that you do it that makes it a little bit easier, hey, post it in the comments, let everybody know so we can all learn, so the next person can go, hey, I do it this way, that's a little bit easier. So let's learn from each other. Go get the wrench. Tighten up the jam nut. We good. All right, y'all, so that's it. Change that track bar out. You can see there was a little bit of play in the other one. I know there's supposed to be a little bit of play, like I said before, but hey, we got a new beefier track bar in there, and it should be perform better, and the axle is centered where it's supposed to be. The video was a little bit longer because I felt there was a couple tips that I need to throw out there for those of y'all that, you ain't never done it before, you want to take a shot at it. It's only 2 bolts, but there's a couple of things I needed to point out, so I did that. And hey, we're gonna roll out. And like I mentioned earlier, if you do things a little bit different, or you take it to a shop, or someone you know does a little bit different, post it down in the comments. That way we all learn from each other, because your way might be quicker and better than mine. Hey, if it is, awesome. But if I can help, that's awesome too. So post it in the comments, throw what you got down there, and we can all learn from each other. Y'all stay safe. Don't forget to smile. Go out and change your life. Peace out, y'all.